Saint Gianna Molla was an Italian pediatrician born in Magneta in the Kingdom of Italy on October 4, 1922. She was the 10th of 13 children in her family. At 3 years old, Gianna and her family moved to Bergamo and grew up in the Lombardy region of Italy. As a young girl, Gianna openly accepted her faith and the Catholic Christian education provided to her by her loving parents. She grew up viewing life as God's beautiful gift and found the greatest necessity and effectiveness in prayer. In 1942, Gianna began her study of medicine in Milan and was a diligent and hardworking student both at the university and in her faith. She received degrees in both medicine and surgery from the University of Pavia in 1949. She found specialty in mothers, babies, and elderly, and the poor. Gianna hoped to join her brother, a missionary priest in Brazil, where she intended to offer her medical expertise in gynecology to poor women. However, her chronic ill health made this impractical, and she continued her practice in Italy. In December 1954, Gianna met Pietro Molla, an engineer who worked in her office. Gianna wrote to Pietro, "Love is the most beautiful sentiment that the Lord has put into the soul of men and women." They were officially engaged the following April. They married in September of 1955, making Gianna a happy wife. In November of 1956, Gianna became a mother to her first child, Pierluigi. In December of 1957, they had their second child, Maria Zita. In July of 1959, they had their third child, Laura. After having 3 successful deliveries, later in life, she had 2 miscarriages. In 1961, Gianna became pregnant with her 4th child. Towards the end of her 2nd month of pregnancy, Gianna was struck with an unimaginable pain. Her doctors discovered she had developed a fibroma in her uterus, meaning she was carrying both a baby and a tumor. After examination, the doctors gave her 3 choices: an abortion, which would save her life and allow her to continue to have children but take the life of the child she carried; a complete hysterectomy, which would preserve her life but take the unborn child's life and prevent further pregnancy; or the removal of only the fibroma with the potential of further complications, which could save the life of the baby. Catholic teachings say the child in the womb has a fundamental human right to life. Wanting to preserve her child's life, Gianna opted for the removal of only the fibroma. In fact, she was willing to give her own life to save the life of her child. A few days before her surgery, Gianna met with her surgeon and said, "Save the child's life over mine if anything were to go wrong in the removal of her fibroma." The surgery was successful. A few days before the baby was to be born, Gianna prayed that the child had no pain. She recognized she may lose her life during the delivery, but she was ready. On April 21st, 1962, Gianna successfully delivered by C-section. The doctors tried many different treatments and procedures to ensure both lives would be saved. However, on April 28, 1962, a week after the baby was born, Gianna passed away from septic peritonitis. She named her last child Gianna Emanuela. During Gianna's canonization ceremony, John Paul II described her as a simple but more than ever significant messenger of divine love. St. Gianna is the inspiration behind the first pro-life Catholic healthcare center for women in New York. St. Gianna Molla is the patron saint of mothers, physicians, and unborn children. Her feast day is celebrated on April 28th.
Gianna hoped to join her brother, a missionary priest in Brazil, where she intended to offer her medical expertise in gynecology to poor women. However,
Gianna met Pietro, an engineer who worked in her office.
Oh, I got to shake her hand.
And be like, I knew this was gonna happen all the time. Whatever. What are you doing? December of 1957, Gianna had her second child. April 21st, 1962, Gianna successfully delivered by C-section.
The heck?